So, for my discussion in this presentation, the the reason why I feel very strongly about the licensure process is there's been a few data leaks that have been very concerning, like with Parler. Um, Now, I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with what happened with Parler, but Parler was a social media platform that did not regulate speech. And regardless of your political feelings about that, the data leak was rather substantial. They were able to get images, videos, GPS tracking of individuals who were at the Capitol on as of January 6th and track them all. And this has been helpful for law enforcement, and I think that's a good thing. But the fact that that data was able to be leaked is problematic, as well as their social security numbers were in the that data leak. So there was a lot of information gained by Parler from its users that is questionable if they even needed to get that information from their users. So when this data leak happened, it almost feels to me as if Parler, as an institution, had an ulterior motive of gaining that information. So now that their information's been leaked, Parler or people within Parler could then use that information, the social security numbers for identity fraud, to do other things. Again, this is speculation, and I'm not stating that Parler is doing this, but it is very easy to conceive, and the question does arise when you don't have um, a standard practice of data storage and security. What can be done? And from my understanding, the only people that would be kind of held accountable in this is going to be maybe the company owners. But there's a follow up to this of if you're a database administrator or you're uh, a DBA, and you're setting up these systems, um, why didn't that person raise these questions up? They should have known best practices and that we should not be collecting this information. It is unnecessary and creates greater risk to the company. And they could have stopped this. So I feel that from a professional standpoint, um, it is it is a good stopgap to have ethically trained professionals. And to equate this to another field like doctors, you can have medical facilities that will want to do unethical things, but because the doctor themselves are held accountable, that helps stop that company from doing unethical action. Again, we're kind of doing some simplifications, but one can easily imagine a situation where a company would want to provide medical care uh, in a way that they feel is ethical, but without the knowledge of what is actually required, because they're not necessarily regulated themselves, except for the fact that they have to have regulated doctors sign off on the processes. That to me is the reason why those companies are held accountable, because they have to have a licensed medical official sign off, just as I feel like having a licensed IT professional sign off on a project and its data usage and its data collection, um, and it's everything, would be very helpful in creating a more ethical environment for the public moving forward. I'm not exactly sure if this is the exact scope for this class, but this is a conversation that I have been itching to have uh, during my master's program, and I feel like this is probably the best way for me to have it with my cohorts. So, taking advantage of this class for that. Thank you.